Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. I mean, we did okay last run. It wasn't particularly great. We didn't do too badly, though, on our greed run. We're going to keep that up because I really want to get to that 500 cents level. Lack 3, Nate AK. It's my rap name. Haha. Violence. Torn Photo is a very good start. And you know what? I mean, there's a window to greatness here. Play this guy. Maybe he gives you something good, maybe he doesn't, but he gives you a great excuse. I mean, that's okay. I was gonna say he gives you a great excuse to get low on HP and then potentially turn into regular Lazarus. Obviously, like, be careful what you do here, but check this out. He's done it! He got out without taking another hit. Plus another Balls of Steel pill. Alright, I'm not gonna say genius level strats, but we're starting this one off on the right foot. We did, it's a risk. You know, I never want to be like happy or like, that's what I'm talking about, baby, yeah, etc, etc. When like basically a dice roll turns out for us, because I mean, we didn't really have the skill to make that happen. It was pretty much just you know, lucky throw a fate's own dice that led to that perceived kismet. And then when you start to take the belief that everything in life is just sort of like a weighted dice roll of itself, it kind of puts you in this nihilistic state where you're like never going to take credit for anything, even this incredible reference to Sideways you made on yesterday's episode. But either way, the point is, we're the best. All I do is win, win, win no matter what. Can I have an honest to goodness question for you? I watched the Overwatch League finals, and, I mean, this was like 4 months ago, so it's a very timely reference, but I watched it for 3 minutes, and it was not to see Overwatch, nothing against it, just, you know, I don't want to, this is going to come across negative. I don't watch any eSports. Not as a rule, just like, you know, I used to watch some Dota, now I don't play Dota. There's no other, nothing else really interests me, I suppose, at that point. Even sometimes I'll watch, like, you know, Justin or Austin or Corey if they're playing in like a PUBG tournament, but it's you know, I don't watch like any of the major tournaments or anything like that, but I watched to see DJ Khaled singing songs, and he was going like, sing with me now, and most people did not know what the words to the song were, but some people did, and I had an honest to goodness question. Where do you hear DJ Khaled's music? Without being overly, I mean, I guess it's kind of judgmental, but I have never encountered a DJ Khaled song in the wild. The only place I have heard them is, I'm trying to think, like, I guess at a sporting event seems plausible. Why do I bother with this? If not at a sporting event, I actually, maybe a movie trailer? It seems like the kind of song that could show up in a movie trailer. You know, Ed Helms plays it down on his luck. Middle management guy who, you know, in the mold of his post-hangover career, is reawakened as kind of a party animal who discovers that life's not just about responsibility. You can get lit as well. All I do is win, win, win no matter what. But apart from, I've never heard a DJ Khaled song on the radio, and I listen to Top 40 on occasion. I'm familiar with all of those new songs. Like, for example, the Maroon 5 and Cardi B song, Girl Like You. That's right. I'm hip. I'm with it. Maroon 5. I remember when they were Maroon 3. Taka, 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 taka. So, where's this run at? It's in a great spot. We have one of the strongest spacebar items in the game. We have a spacebar item that basically will win our early waves for us, or early floors for us, all by itself. And it's a spacebar item where we just pop it immediately, and then just sit on it. You know, wait until we have a charge for the next floor. There's no real reason to pop 2 of them off simultaneously, this early at least. So we'll just let, you know, the bosses get friggin' melted. It's easy money so far. And this is like, in contrast to the last run, I would stack up this run as is right now against our run from the last, or our last run, I should say. I don't know why I struggled so much to say it, but, you know, sometimes it's just hard to get the words out. He said the word wrong. Like, look at the damage we're doing here. That's insane. Our last run was garbage tier compared to this. Dude, Crown of Light, also exceptional. So we definitely want a key. And I gotta say, Tarot Cloth is pretty tempting. Hear me out. I'm gonna try this. It didn't get... Okay, but it did 1 bomb for 3 bombs. Great trade. A little bit annoyed that we didn't get that, but okay, we got a trinket that probably is worth nothing for us, but still. 2 cents. I mean, I think Tarot Cloth is worth taking. Not for that, obviously. But if we get like a 2 of diamonds, the Tarot Cloth is so unbelievably worth it. So the thing is, when you get a good spacebar item like this that you really only need to pop once, and I mean, we got a great everything right now, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't even think we need the tiers upgrade. I would rather blow this up and see what we can get out of it. Pay to win might be worth it, but I really want BFF. That's like my top tier item right now. But we want to handle everything before we go to the combat room. There we go. Like, Little Haunt is irrelevant, but we have 12.46 damage, an acceptable rate of fire, and of course the coup de grace here is the shears, which, you know, there was a period where I thought this item was bad. I think they, oh, there's Crown of Light gone, but they might have buffed shears damage, I can't remember. You know, we're living in a world where, like, you know, Isaac's living history causes imperfections in the memory glands. Is memory a gland? I don't know. What am I, a endocrinologist? I don't think so. I mean, if you can pronounce the word endocrinologist, you're probably like a third of the way to being an endocrinologist. I don't know why some words, you get them out right the first time, second time's a little spotty, third time, your brain is like, this can't be right. Endocrinologist? Please. He's torched. Okay. Dude, this is a gimme. And I am in love with it so far. This might be, and I'm not trying to get your hopes up, this might be your classic little two-banger. A little greed, followed by a little greed. But what we want to do, at this point, I might just try to save up, dude. We could... There is a world, an interpretation of this world, in the many multiverses, where we are able to donate enough to get this donation machine all the way up there. This will pay for itself in terms of keys. I don't think we care too much about secret rooms. Really, my next game plan is if I see a red card for sale, we're going to buy it every time. Because we just need 1, 2 of diamonds. I really don't want Tech 2. We got spun, and we now have 20 damage until we get hit, which is just hilarious. This is still completely fine. And whoop! 2 of clubs. Still good, by the way, but just not as good as maybe we'd like. Sure, the devil is also fine. We're going to use 2 of clubs right off the bat because we want to get cheap rerolls here. We're looking for red cards. Recall. I am a fool. Okay, we do want BFF. I know I said I wasn't going to really prioritize anything but red cards, but at the same time, I mean, did you see I specifically asked for BFF and then we specifically got it. Deadshot is awesome, but again, it's not really what we're looking for. Single cube of meat, irrelevant, unnecessary. Ah, well, we don't need that. We're already spun. Too much of a risk. I mean, sure, it could give us a modest improvement in some category, but we definitely don't need it for damage. All we need it for is tiers, really. And if we got a tiers downgrade, I mean, that, you know, I don't need to give you the spiel. If you're down on your luck, shuffling everything up on a run seems like a good idea. Oh, we lost Crown of Light because we don't have red hearts. That's fair. I forgot about that. The devil card, you know, Helps us out a lot, but it's not quite as good. I really thought you would be eyeballs up here. Anyway, if you're down on your luck, you want to reshuffle everything maybe, and that would be good for you. But if you're, you know, like Jeffrey Bezos and somebody's like, hey, we offer you like a Freaky Friday situation, I imagine you're like, who do I switch with? I'm not trying to promote the idea that money is everything. I don't believe that. You know, sadness can befall you no matter what your lot in life is. But I'm just saying, if you're Jeffrey Bezos and you're sad, well, it's really like that song by Bad Company, right? If you don't like what you got, why don't you change it? Like Jon Stewart, you know? Retired. Now he works at an old horse ranch rehabilitating injured horses. He's found a different meaning in his life. Not that he was necessarily unhappy to begin with. I'm just saying, you know, you can... He's got the tools required to reshape his life. Presumably. Just for interest's sake, I will take Little Harbinger. And I think remaining in here, we might as well get Crown of Light active again. And head down to the next floor. So much better than our last run. Like, to a comical degree. Sure. Friend Zone is not good, but not necessarily bad. Keep in mind, we do have Tarot Cloth. So what does that mean for us? Mostly it means if we get a good card, we will be interested in trying to leverage it in the best way possible. Which I guess we always are, but like, it's worth 4 times as much now. Or twice as much. Anyway. Look, I don't do the math like that. I leave that up to the eggheads. I can't remember. I might have already said this. I'm in a weird place where, you know, I'm in school. I will have my 30th birthday this November. And I promise you, this sets the stage for the bit. It's not just an I'm old. Because again, I'm looking forward to turning 30. You know, I got a couple of gray hairs in my beard and probably on my head, but I wouldn't know. But I relish them, you know. I never at all have I even come close to the thought of like, oh, I'm gonna like dye my facial hair. You know, I take it as a sign of a little like a pride, I guess. Not proud that I've lived long enough to get gray hairs, but you know, I want to signal to other people like, hey, this guy's been around here. Plus, it means I don't have to carry ID anymore, which is a, you know, a bonus in and of itself. We might need to buy some Spirit Hearts. The good news is we have the money to do so. Anyway, I'm turning 30 before this semester's up. Next semester, if I want to continue, you know, on the most efficient track in my degree program, I have to take a math class. I haven't taken a math class since 2009. Hold on, let me keep this real quick. This is terrible. Like, I was a relatively strong math student in high school. As Malf will tell you, our school, once you got past 11th grade, there were only 3 math classes. And if you wanted to go to university for a mathematics or science-related subject, you had to take all 3. So we took calculus. Do we want Spirit Arts here? I can't. I mean, the sprinkler could be good as well, but... Start by blowing this guy up. We took calculus, geometry, which basically amounted to proofs, and then I don't even remember the other one. Calculus, geometry. Doesn't matter. But it's been a while. In university, you know, I had to take Calc 1 and 2. Not really a big deal. Mostly because we had a great teacher in high school. And then I took biomath, which was a, you know, math with a biological sort of science interpretation, like a lot of lab work. And I was like, you know what? I'm out. That's my last, not my last stand. What's the word I'm looking for? I was like, this is where I tap out on math. There was some stuff in that class where I was like, this is too advanced for my level of passion right now. But yeah, anyway, the point is, you know, if I want to take a class, and I really do want to take it so that I can stop being made fun of in Twitch chat, which is, you know, pretty much my primary motivation when it comes to learning anything in life. But, you know, when it comes to coding, computer science, you know, you ain't worth the shirt off your own back. You ain't worth the garbage collection in Java unless you've taken an algorithm design class where you can analyze you know, different solutions to a problem and figure out which one's the most efficient and just how efficient it is. So in order to take that class, I got to take a discrete mathematics class. And I'm like weirdly excited to take a math class as an adult. This is going to sound pretentious, but taking a class where there's like a 100% definite right answer excites me, because as long as you find the right answer, you get 100%, right? Don't tell me I'm ignorant to this, by the way. Again, this isn't the first math class I've ever taken in my entire life. As, I mean, we would like to donate 74 cents. Just to hedge my bets, I'm going to pick up a little moldy bread. You can ask Malv about this as well, but, like, we took a class, you know, again, if you self-identified as, like, a smart person, you always took this math class in 12th grade that was about proofs. Proofs is very different than any other kind of math we've done. I understand some parts of the world you start learning geometric proofs when you're, like, you know, 13. Kate was saying they did it in middle school. Okay, over here, in Ontario at least, we were doing it in high school back then. And no, I didn't have AP courses at my school, okay? I grew up in the freaking country. Heck yeah, brother. Anyway, the point is, don't blame me for that. Blame the school administration. So everybody that thought they were smart, myself included, ended up taking this like math class that introduced proofs. Very different from any kind of math you've done before. It requires a much more explicit, logical reasoning, without a doubt, I'd say. Is like writing a math essay. But either way, first test came. We had like 20 people in our class. Class average was like a 53. 8 of them dropped it. We had a 12-person math class for the rest of the year. Routinely would see like a high school seniors with tears in their eyes seeing the results of the test. I mean, I'm not going to say I was happy with all my results. I will say I did well enough that I didn't have to break down in tears during the class, but that was a tough one, man. Biomath in university was cool because we got to use Mathematica, which was like literally probably my first exposure to coding outside of like Visual Basic. And it's not really coding, but you get the idea. I'm not trying to be semantic about it. Anyway, the whole point of this bit is I'm imagining that my next semester is going to be like me and Billy Madison. It's going to be me and like a bunch of 17-year-olds going through like set theory. Well, back in my day, well, you know, Pavement released their last album in living memory. They'll be like, what the heck is Pavement? We only listen to Converge, man. Okay. We got 70-something cents. It's not quite the amount that I wished to donate, but it's certainly acceptable. Just jam these bad boys in there. No, well, I shouldn't have said the J word because we don't want this thing to jam on us. Beautiful. 393 cents. Plausible. We got Key Bum as well, which is horrendous, but plausible that we can get Greedier unlocked, perhaps on this very run. So we're going to be the Forgotten NMW9. Yes, sir. Thank you. Where are we going here? Void early. Very, very interesting indeed. We do want a key. The earlier we can get that, the merrier. I understand that's not the expression, but I got a question for you. Another classic, you know, let's BS for 10 minutes question. You look at the American holiday calendar right now. You can move one holiday from one part of the year to another part of the year. Month, specific day, you know, the third Thursday in April. There goes the first bone heart. Whatever you want to do. What do you do? I'm going to level with you. Might be a controversial statement. And also might have catastrophic implications for, you know, the organizational nature of Western society. But I think there's two choices, okay? I'll leave it up to you. You can move New Year's Day so that it matches with Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, whatever you'd like to call it, you know? Now, I know you're going to say, why don't they change that New Year to be our New Year? I'm going to give you a logical reasoning, okay? I am not attached to January 1st as New Year's Day, necessarily, but it's too close to Christmas. It gives you a nice double holiday break, I'll admit, but you get 2 holidays that are way too close together. You move the Western New Year to be the same as the Lunar New Year. What happens? You get a great unification, for one, and then secondarily, you move it out of that Christmas corridor. And what do you have to worry about it, like, overlapping with? Literally, it's still like 6 weeks away from Easter, or at least 4 weeks away from Easter. And then on top of that, you know, the only thing you get hit is Valentine's Day. You might even get Super Bowl Monday off or something if we move New Year's there. The other thing you could do, and this is just, you know, if you gave me absolute power. The other thing, absolutely. The other thing you could do is move Christmas. And I understand there might be some, you know, historical reasons for not wanting to do that. But, like, simultaneously, I look at that December, January corridor, and I'm like, there's too many holidays. And it's good to some extent, because you stack up a lot of them and it makes it that much more special. Or does it? Wouldn't it be more special if they were, like, slightly further apart? Then you could give each one the day it deserves? Let me explain to you. Like, in Canada, I'm going to count Christmas Eve as a holiday. It's not really a holiday. Like, you're expected to work, probably, depending on where you work. But, you know, Christmas, it's a special day, at the very least. Christmas Day, special day for much of the population, at least. Boxing Day, in Canada and other Commonwealth countries, special day. Then you get 5 days of basically sitting at home eating turkey sandwiches, which is nice. It's New Year's Eve, which is a special day, and then it's New Year's Day, which is a special day. It's not bad. Again, I love that there's, you know, enough holidays. The only thing that's bad about it is that they're all stacked up together, and then you're in, like, August, and you're like, dude, I could really use a day off. They don't exist, though. I think there's one day off in August, and you know what it's called? Civic holiday. It's literally like the unions made us do this. First they came for the 13-hour workday, and now they're trying to take away my civic holiday. What am I trying to say? I don't even know. Okay, so there's a very good wave there, but we are low on HP. But you know what that means. We can go like, yup, reroll this for free. Sure, I think a 7-cent lump of coal and then a 7-cent HP plus tears upgrade is good, and then we'll reroll again. Dude, you gotta try Jacob's Ladder. It's just a fun item. And then a key? That's what I would do. I think we're gonna suck that up. Just because we already have, like, the bomb synergy, you know? Whoa! That's kind of neat. That's what I would do. I would move Christmas or New Year. If you're American, can I posit something that's going to make you very upset, perhaps? What about moving Thanksgiving? If you're not okay with moving Christmas or New Year, why not move Thanksgiving? I understand. It's a holiday. Didn't mean to buy that. It's a holiday with a lot of reverence. It, you know, it needs to be sort of in that area for football season and etc., but I like Canadian Thanksgiving. And, I mean, probably a little bit biased, but I like Canadian Thanksgiving because it falls in October. You know, there's nothing else going on in October. Nobody's getting a Halloween off. So it's not like, you know, you got 2 holidays of extreme reverence stacked up against one another, you know? But in November, I guess it's not really competing with anything, but it is really close to, like, the Christmas season. Like, isn't Thanksgiving when, like, the Christmas decorations start to go up and stuff like that? Like, they're kind of in competition. I gotta tell you, on October Thanksgiving, if you've never tried it, it's nice. You go back to school, 6 weeks later, you got a nice little familial feast. 6 weeks after that, it's your birthday, if you're me. And then a month after that, it's Christmas. Spaces out nicely. Selfishly, I do kind of want to move more holidays out of that corridor, you know, in the, like, the November to maybe June part of the year, because, like, for me personally, it's a very busy gift-giving season. My birthday is November 28th. I'm not going to say that, you know, it's a chore to have a birthday, obviously, but, you know, it's a special event for me and also, therefore, the world. And then, you know, Christmas season comes up, of course. Following Christmas, New Year's. Following New Year's, Kate's birthday. Obviously, we'll grab this. Following Kate's birthday, Valentine's Day. Following Valentine's Day, Kate's mom's birthday. Couple of months after that, our anniversary. So there's a really, it's a busy kind of section. I think we do need the speed upgrade. Now, I would not say any of those, again, are chores. All I'm saying is, you know, they're not evenly spaced throughout the year. Then from, like, you know, June to November, we got almost nothing. I mean, we got, like, events and stuff, but we don't have, like, any particularly special days except every day, which is a gift, of course. I'm just saying, if you were designing, it's one of those things that happens when you design a calendar not from the ground up, you know? They just added stuff to it whenever they saw fit. And now it's coming back to bite us by giving us too many holidays in too short of a span. But that's not what I'm saying, okay? I'm not saying remove a holiday. I'm saying move it around so we can appreciate all the holidays a little bit more. I work on all these days anyway. We could have gone for a tiers upgrade. But to be honest, the run is so good. I look at that and I go, that's my item right there. HP is worth something. Because I honestly think HP will allow us to save much more money over the course of the run by not having to buy nearly as many damage upgrades when we're already stacked. Now, I love accidentally stepping on the button due to knockback and forever hurting my amount of money earned. By the way, this is how you know I'm a broken man. Even with Ipecac, I'm using the melee over the shots. And the melee is doing more damage than the shots will be doing. But simultaneously, it's way disproportionately riskier as well. It is giving us some sweet Jacob's Ladder action, though. Bang, bang, Jacob's voltage ladder comes down on his head. Doop, doop, doop. Okay, so we're just playing it cool. Maybe buy a red heart. Keep ourselves good here. I mean, if we have to spend 3 cents now and then, who cares, right? If you answered the government, you are correct. Hold on, he's coming. Told you. Done and dusted. What do we want? Honestly, like, it's all 2 of diamonds. We want money. Almost got tagged there. That was a full heart of damage. You know what we actually should do is think about the fact that we're probably not going to be using melee. I mean, I guess we'll use melee until we have to switch against greed. Help. But we'll probably end up using range for, like, quite a lot of that fight. So anything that works better for range might be worth a consideration, but we would also really... It's unlikely, but if possible, we wouldn't mind this being our last greed run before we get to actually go to greedier. Okay, I got an idea. Terrible start there. Right, you're not immune to explosions in your ranged form. Try to keep that in mind. Then pick this up, use it, pick this up, suck them both up, and look at that, a little luck upgrade. A little speed as well, which is actually potentially substantially more relevant. Okay. Don't really need the damage. We could use some red hearts on the next floor, but that's about it. Everything's going hunky-dory here. And this will tell you how bad the last run was, is that we're going to finish 2 runs in almost the same amount of time here. Now, that's probably suckable. Please don't take that out of context. See, the joke is, I want you to take it out of context. Might as well give you at least one of these, but we can probably go a little deeper. Don't take that out of context. Hey, luck up. Sure. I'll take it. It's spun, right? Not spun. Mostly everything got better there, I think. Grab this real quick. We certainly do not care about the D6. Void is kind of a D6 in its own right. I don't really care about 9 volt here either. Papilla Duplex is kind of interesting, but also unnecessary. Tarot Cloth. Dude, I accidentally blew it up. I wanted Tarot Cloth and spun there. Who would have thought by shooting bombs at the thing we would make our life harder? Okay, so we got it. I don't know if that's actually a rate of fire increase. We might have already been at the cap. Stigmata's fine, though. I'm happy with that. And can I get a 3-cent red heart or something? Thank you. Okay, let's proceed. And this we want to reroll when we get the chance. Is worth noting, we do have Book of Revelations trapped in the void. Help. Why? Just shoot them. Why? Like, even after I said just shoot them, my brain was like, okay, you shot one. Now the other one, use range. Or sorry, use melee. I have no explanation for it. I guess we shouldn't be that worried, though, because we do have melee explosion immunity. Just keep smacking there, I don't know. Whoop. No immunity to that, unfortunately. Alright, first wave, very easily done. I think I'm going to wait on the void charge. Reasoning for that is simpler than you might think. I do want to reroll Pageant Boy, but now that the more I think about it, the more I'm like, hey, it might save us an entire run of greed mode and get us to greedier that much faster. And we can keep ticking off post-it note stuff that maybe is a little bit more engaging for me and potentially for you as well. And then the other thing is, like, maybe we'd rather suck up whatever's on our angel or devil room. But we'll see. As of right now, I think we've definitely hit the point where unless we want to... So dumb. Unless we want to, we don't really need to buy more items. Wouldn't mind getting some more HP, because I keep throwing mine away, but... Just, like, literally not worth it. And then what do we got up here? I mean, a continued reroll attempt. How many range ups? I don't think we want any of that, but we are happy to see the money. And the luck upgrade is, you know, could be worse. Blow this guy up, please. Take his money. 43 cents. I think we've already got the tiers cap, so I'm ready to... get a move on here. And you know what? Let's suck it up. We got damage and speed. Take me down. Cause I'm going to... Why did you buy the key? There's obviously not even a item room down here. 5 cents thrown away. But... Oh, dude, that's incredible. We just got a 25 damage increase, at least as our ranged unit. And again, buy nothing here. No. Kind of interesting, but simultaneously. Anyway, buy nothing that you don't need, at least. And we don't need much, as you can tell by these Ipecac shots. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Why don't these shots generate a Jacob's Ladder? I'm not really complaining. Because the run is still spectacular. Yeah, I was going to say, not getting out of that one. I'm just... concerned is not the right word. Just wondering. Why are we only getting Jacob's Ladder on melee shots? That's an extreme blessing. Final wave. Have these guys been around the whole time? I don't think so. So I'm gonna go back and Why buy an HP upgrade? Apologies for that hoarseness. Why buy an HP upgrade when instead you can get the milk for free? Not the way that expression works. Why buy an HP upgrade when you could shop at just one? Not the right expression. Why buy an HP upgrade when you could just buy a 3-cent red heart instead? Now we're talking. You know what? Did we not suck up Book of Revelations? I didn't look closely enough to determine if that actually did give us what we were looking for there. And what was what we were looking for? Well, 1 extra spirit heart, obviously. Easiest fight of my life. And a bit of a whiff after that point, but I think we're just good to go, honestly. Not trying to rush the run, just trying to, you know, save as much money as possible. Small rock? No? Even better. So how do we approach this? I think, I don't know, I see it a couple of different ways. One way I see it is, we're definitely not going to hit 500 cents, by the way, but one way I see it is, oops. Use melee as long as you can, and then switch to ranged only when you have to. But you know what? Melee is making it real hard to hit. Like, if we have one bad stat, that hurts. It's our range stat. So we actually, I think, want to try something like this. We're gonna use the Forgotten's body as kind of like a shield. And if we could get him to just walk into us over and over, that'd be a dream come true. You know, just stay locked in that position. Because there is, like, an inherent danger. Come on. You know, when he stands this close to us, there's not a whole lot I can do to, like, get out of the way. Then this is melee time. I'll admit, not quite as smooth of a fight as I maybe was hoping for. Should turn out okay, but I mean, he's half dead and we've, well, I mean, we have been touched, unfortunately. But we can switch to melee after this, and, you know, I think we got 2 hits. Oh, really? Had to make a gut call there and apparently made the wrong one. Melee is going to be 2 hits per heart container, which means we can get hit like 10 times. However, it's pretty hard to get in there for the kind of damage we'd like to do. So we're trying to use ranged melee. Like, we cannot hit this guy. With our normal melee. Now, mind you, these guys, when they show up, like, actually can't do anything to us. They all die in, like, 1 hit. So we should win, but it's a little bit less elegant than I was hoping for. It's one of those runs where you need, like, a Polyphemus or something like that. You need, like, a big bone. And you can feel free to quote me on that one, TMZ. Excuse me. That's resin. I've been telefragged from above. Telefragged by great stupid resin. Telefragged and you're not pretending. Ooh, it's been good. Okay. Yep, okay. Easy win, though. Finger bone. I think we've unlocked a whole friggin' skeleton at this point. And we're gonna be like 1 greed run away from unlocking greedier. It took way longer than I thought it would, but, you know, no major complaints, I suppose. Hey, Eve now holds the razor blade. That's okay. And there we go, 457. Getting there. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya.